What is going on, guys? My name is Aaron, and thank you all so much for tuning into the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a really popular lure, the drop shot. But not only am I going to talk about the drop shot, I'm going to really simplify it for you guys and help you all save money in the process. So come with me, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so when I say keep it simple with the drop shot, I mean keeping it extremely simple. All you guys see here before me is all the stuff I'll buy when it comes to fishing a drop shot. We have two different baits, two different size weights, and one hook. Let's go ahead and start off with the hook. So the hook that I recommend you guys buy is the Owner 1/0 cover shot hook. Now they do make a standard and they make a heavy duty version. I recommend you buy the standard version if you're fishing this on spinning gear. I like this hook a lot because it's extremely sharp and it has a mono keeper, which is perfect for Texas rigging these baits, meaning you're not going to get snagged a lot. Now let's talk about the weights. There are two different size weights that I like to use when fishing the drop shot. The first is a 1/8 ounce weight and the second is a 3/16 ounce weight. I prefer tungsten over lead for a couple different reasons. The tungsten weights are a little bit smaller than the lead and more compact, and they also give you bottom sensitivity. You want to use the 1/8 ounce weight when you don't have any wind. So that's usually my go-to if it's a flat, calm day. If you have a nice little breeze on the water, maybe blowing about 10 miles an hour, 15, you want to go with the heavier weight. That's when I tend to use that one. Obviously, if you're fishing a little bit deeper, you're probably going to need the heavier one, but a rule of thumb is you want to go as light as possible when you're fishing the drop shot because it's going to give your worm a little bit better action. Now let's talk about the actual baits themselves. My preferred worm when fishing a drop shot is the 6-inch straight tail robo worm in Aaron's Magic Color. This worm excels pretty much all year long. It's a really small profile, so easy for those fish to eat. Big fish eat it, small fish eat it. It's just great to fish year round. When the bite is tough, though, I tend to go to a KVD Dream Shot, and this one's in KVD Magic. This is a very finesse color and a little bit smaller worm, so during the winter or maybe those summer months when the bite is a little bit tougher, that's what I'll switch down to in order to get a bite. Let me give you guys a couple quick tips when it comes to rigging up your drop shot. When it comes to your worm and Texas rigging it, what you're going to do is put the worm on the hook and then bring it up like you would a normal Texas rig. Like I mentioned, that mono keeper works really well. And then instead of going into the middle of the bait, what you're going to do is you're going to take your hook and you're going to Texpose it on the side of the bait so the hook point is barely buried in the side of the bait. That's going to allow that hook to come out very easily and get you really, really good hook penetration on the fish. My last step comes into play when rigging up the weight. These weights have a really nice line keeper on here that all you have to do is slide the line up the line keeper in order for it to stay on there. But the best thing to do is get an extra 3 or 4 inches of line and tie a double overhand knot as well as sliding it up in the keeper. That's going to prevent you from losing these weights really easily. And that's important, especially if you're using tungsten, because tungsten is a lot more expensive than lead. So like I said, you guys don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on the drop shot to be successful. Keep it simple, and I know you guys are going to catch a lot of fish on this rig. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy the tackle tips, please subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you guys on the next one.